Scientific notation is a way to represent very large or very small numbers easily. So this example here, you probably wouldn't need to use scientific notation for, but it's a good starting point. So when we have a number, we're going to rewrite that as a number that's between 1 point something and 9 point something and times some power of 10. So if you remember back to Unit 1, we talked about converting decimals to percents and multiplying or dividing by 100, and that moves our decimal point to the right or to the left. So every time we multiply by a power of 10, we move the decimal point one place to the right, and every time we divide by a power of 10, we move the decimal point one place to the left. And we're going to use that in scientific notation. So if you look at this example, we have this 5.3266 times 10 to the third power. So to go back to standard form, we would say, I'm moving my decimal point 3 places to the right. So I had 5.3266. And times 10 to the third power is telling me to move my decimal point 1, 2, 3. 5,326 and 6/10. And if you notice, that's the number that we started out with. So similarly, if we had a number like 0.0045 or 45 10,000ths, and I wanted to write that in scientific notation, the first thing I need to do is turn this number into a number that's between 1 point something and 9 point something. What I mean by that is move the decimal point until I can do that. So I would change that to 4 5/10, 4.5. And now I look at how many places did I have to move that decimal point to make that number. And I had to move that decimal point 1, 2, 3 places. So it's going to be some power of 10, and we said that we had to move it 3 places. Now, though, we have to move our decimal point back to the left to get to that starting number, and so it's going to be 10 to the negative third power. Go ahead and pause this and take a couple of minutes to practice writing what these two numbers would look like in scientific notation. So for this first one, to have a number between 1 point something and 9 point something, our decimal point will be right here. So it's going to be equal to 2 3/10 times 10 to some power. Now to get back to our original number, we're going to have to move that decimal point to the right. So our exponent is going to be positive. And our decimal point started right here. And so to get it to 2.3, we moved it 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 places. So to go back to our original number, we're multiplying times 10 to the 9th power. Similarly, in the second example, to get to a number between 1 and 9 point something, 3.25. Now we're moving our decimal back to the left to get our original number, and so our exponent's going to be negative. And it's going to be, here's where we started, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 10 to the negative 7th power.